This morning I am at the Hilochee Wildlife Management Area, WMA, the Osprey unit. When I'm out looking for new places to fish, I'm constantly looking on Google Maps, and I've been on this kick of checking out WMAs, or what's considered like state game lands or property, I guess. And I'm looking for any type of water that's on them. There's tons of WMAs here in Florida, and they're all open to the public. Now, some of them have bodies of water on them that are fishable, and a lot of them don't get a ton of pressure. Some of them do, some of them don't. Now, if you are ever looking to come out to a WMA here in Florida, make sure you check with the regulations, the FWC. You can check that on their website. I'm going to go ahead and put the website link in the description of the video. Some WMAs will let you fish during daylight hours on certain days. Others are open all year. Sometimes you have to have a permit. The Hilochee units, there are two. I'm at the southern one, right off of I-4. In fact, I-4 is just north of me about a mile. You'll probably be able to hear the roar once I get to a couple of the other ponds. But essentially, the southern unit is open all year round for fishing. You don't need a permit. The northern unit, it's fishing, I believe, only on Saturdays and Sundays, and I think you have to have a permit to get in, but you can, the permits are like $20, I think, and it covers you all year. So double check the regulations before you decide to do anything, just so you don't get in trouble. As you can see, it's really pretty out here, and it actually benefit me if I had a kayak, but I don't have a kayak. So we're gonna go down here, and I brought my wading gear just in case I have to get in the water. I don't think I'm gonna have to, but I've never been to this place before, so we're going to figure out how I can fish it, what I can fish, if there's any big fish in here. I'm assuming places like this don't get a ton of pressure, just because they're not usually the easiest to fish or to access. A lot of times you gotta walk a long way. So let's see if I can't find a place to get something started. This is the first pond. There are 3 here that I'm definitely going to hit, but let's try this one first. I'm not going to run anything on top water. I'm going to probably put a swim bait on one rod. I'm going to run the Senko on the other. So let's get started. Alright. Even though it's going to be fairly warm today, I am wearing long pants so that I can push through some of this brush. This is extra thick. Might have to get in the water. It looks like somebody just pushed their way out there. A little bass. Start off the day. Really can't tell if the water is super clear or not. It's kind of light in color, so it might be. Alright, I'm going to have to give you a little toss, bud, so. He's good. So I'm going to walk up this way now, work my way around this pond. But the one nice thing about fishing this WMA, or any of these wildlife management areas, the regulations for this specific one are bass or catch and release only. So you can't keep any. You can actually be prosecuted if you do. They will let you keep catfish and I believe bluegill and crappie, but we're fishing for bass. So, well, but the good thing is, because these fish are catch and releases, they should have the opportunity to grow into much larger fish. So there should be some good sized ones in here. We just got to figure out if we can find a place where we can actually fish from the shore. Oh, that guy was so small. I don't think you'd have taken the hook. Oh, it's another little dude. Man, I think these fish are a bunch of little ones piled up right there. bunch of little bites right here. I'm pretty sure that there's bass that are maybe a half a pound at most. I think they're coming right off those lily pads. See, I got one on right now. Yeah, see, not very big. They're in here. I mean, this fish is a really good looking fish. Real nice and pretty, lateral line. I just don't think they're very big, so we're gonna move on from this spot because I want to catch some bigger fish. Yeah, dude, you gotta tell your big brother to come hang out. It looks like the path doesn't go completely the whole way around the pond, but that's okay. We'll just work our way back around. But I'm out on the point here, and I finally got some bank room to actually stand and cast and actually fish. So I've got about a mile hike into this next pond that I want to fish. It's called Powerline Lake. It's right on the power line. I think the shoreline might be a little bit more open there. Each one of these WMAs has a sign-in sheet at the entrance. I just kicked out a deer or something over there. Oh no, it's a buzzard. You can see him up in that tree up there. Big old turkey buzzard. Anyway, each one of these sign-in sheets at the beginning of the WMA is just for check-in for anybody who's coming in. They just want to keep tabs on what people are doing, how many people are showing up. And there's only one other person on this sheet. I think the sheet's for this month. Guy was here fishing several days ago, so I'm assuming this pond up here, because it's quite a bit of a hike in, also doesn't get that much pressure. So if we're lucky, we'll hook into some nice sized bass. Alright, so here's the next pond. It's a little bit smaller. I think Restoration was the second biggest, and then there's another one down there I might check out depending on how the fishing goes here and how much time I have left. But we're right over the power line, so there should be some cleared out area to stand along the bank. Hopefully there's not a ton of weed line, and hopefully I've got some decent shore access. We're gonna figure out what kind of pond this is first, and I don't see a lot of tree cover. But let's get up here and let's figure it out. I'm kind of getting a better idea of what this pond is like. It's probably 10 feet deep right here, and it looks like it's really rocky. If that's the case, I think I'm going to switch over to a crankbait and fish this section here. A lot of rocks. You know, a lot of rocks. It's also really windy right now, so I'm going to fish this edge here, this point here. I think it just might be this way because the power line is right on top of me. But I'm going to keep the wind off that camera. Here we go. No, he's not very big. Little dude. Oh. Alright, that works. That's a good fish. Stay on, please stay on. Oh no! That was probably a 6 or 7 pounder right there. Not this time. Not this time. I watched him come up and eat it. I let him take it and I slammed him. There we go. Probably a good 3 or 4 pounder. Oh man, teeth are sharp. Really sharp. Ouch. God, he bit me. There we go. Another good fish. Woo! I think this pond might be the better one to fish. It's really clear and it's deep. Beautiful fish. Wasn't getting away this time. That other one was much bigger than this one. I'm gonna give him a little toss here, get him over the weeds, and he's gone. So we got the wind pushing right at our face right now, and hopefully it's not affecting the camera too much. But I think those fish are kind of piled up along this edge. All the algae, everything seems to be pushed over here. There's a lot of bait fish on this side. That first fish though, my gosh, that was a heartbreaker. Somebody left their flip-flops here. Well, if the wind weren't blowing, it's a big bass there. It's a big bass right there. I was just talking. Oh my gosh. He's probably gonna come off because I'm tagging on these stupid weeds. Oh my gosh, there's a bigger one with him. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them in there. So another, get down here out of the wind, another nice looking fish. I'm gonna give him a little toss here. Get him over top of the weeds. There he goes. I was talking and I saw him, so I reeled in and cast out, and he obliterated this. Like he almost took the rod out of my hands. And then when I was winding in, there were 3 other bass following him. Or sorry, 2 other bass following him. One of them was huge. They still have to be right here. All I did was cast out right there. I saw him swim off that way, and he must have turned around, saw it, brushed up and grabbed it. If he was swimming with them, they were competing. So you'd get it first. And that other one though was probably, nope. What is this? That's a bass. Ooh, it's a weird looking bass. Not the same one. Not the same one. This guy's. Come on. Not the one we were after. He's got like a weird neon glow to him. See that? Very pretty. I think they're split up right here off these rocks. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm just gonna toss in. I have to retie this in a second. So I might just call it quits here at this spot and move around, because 3 times now I've had this bass follow in and not commit. I just put a spinnerbait on and I rolled it right past him, and he came in, he swiped, but it wasn't like a I want to smash it kind of thing, more like a get out of my face. And yeah, they didn't commit to it. So I'm going to throw it one more time. I'm going to roll it real slow. They want to hit something, I just don't know what it is yet. I think they're a little bit hip to the Senko, so I'm going to throw it one more time out here. They seem to be hanging off. There's, I think, some big rocks right here on this corner. And anytime I bring it past this edge, they come out and like they're going to chase it and hit it, and then they just stop, or they swim off, or they swipe around it, not even with mouths open. So oh, there were 3 fish fighting for this bait. I don't know if you could see that on camera. I'll have to check the footage, but this fish came up and got it first, and another fish came up and swiped at it. They were fighting over it. They are hungry today. Beautiful little fish here. Get over. All right, so put it in the same spot. That was just cool because I watched the bait as it sank down. See a belly flash, and I knew something had it, and I saw 2 or 3 more bellies flash. They were all swiping for it. And then I'd be as interested the second time since their buddy got pulled out of the water, but you know. Oh, that's another little guy. No, that's okay.
on, where's the bigger ones at? This thing about fishing here isn't finding fish. There's plenty of fish, and there's some nice ones too. It's dealing with this stupid weed line that keeps getting your line caught up. I'd like to hook into a, oh, we got a little one on, I think. Yeah, it's just a little guy. Oh no, he's stuck in the weeds. I'd like to hook into a personal best today. I think this place probably has the potential to do it. Where are you hooked at? But there we go. But oof, that could have been more graceful. But yeah, I mean, these weeds are kind of limiting where I can fish, but I'm still catching fish, and that's all that matters. So, all right, well, I think I'm running out of time. I think the GoPro is probably gonna die here soon anyway, so I'm gonna go back and fish over by the power line tower there, and just let the GoPro run out. So if I catch anything else, it'll be in the video. If not, obviously that'd be the end of the video. But any of the WMAs, wildlife management areas here in Central Florida, if you're interested in fishing them, a lot of them have ponds or creeks or what, doesn't matter. There's a lot of water on these. If you're interested in fishing them, I'm going to put the link to the FWC website for the WMA regulations. Each one has its own set of regulations. This one specifically, you can fish all year round. It is catch and release only for bass. You can keep panfish and catfish and whatnot. There are certain limits on it, but the catch and release, you can see, actually works pretty well. That is a big turtle, man. Waked over there. But it's beautiful out here. There's a little bit of shoreline access. If you have a kayak, you're probably going to end up doing a lot better than somebody who's fishing from the shoreline. But yeah, I've had a great time. It's a little bit of a hike. It's not that bad. We're right off of I-4. This is Hilochee WMA, the Osprey unit, just south of I-4 here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue fishing until my GoPro dies, and I'm going to go home for the day. If I catch anything else, it'll be in the video. Otherwise, have a great day, guys.